Many of you have asked to see developments outside of the city, and I visited one recently, Joyville in Liloan. Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Today I'm going to show you a development up in the city of Liloan. Liloan, and it is a population about 119,000 people as of the last census. It's considered to be in the metro Cebu City area, and here you have Cebu City, and you take a trip up here, an hour and a half, depends on the traffic and your mode of transportation. And it is basically, here's Consolation, here's Compostela, here you have Mandawi City, Mactan Island, where the international airport is. More and more people, expats, are moving out to these outer areas, these outer towns, cities, outside of Cebu City. The cost of living, your cost of renting and buying is substantially less than in the city. And down here this direction you have Talisay City, which a lot of expats go to. But I will show you a new development that's been going on for many years, and I can tell you that from what I've heard and talked to these folks, it's actually been in the planning stages for about 12 years for all these people been involved in that process, getting the permits, doing the landscaping, all that type of thing. So here is more of a topographical map, and you can see Cebu Island pretty much has a lot of mountains through the center area, and just like Cebu City, you have the mountains as you go up higher. This particular development is up a little bit higher, and it's on what is considered very solid ground. So you shouldn't have issues with the landslides and flooding and that type of thing if it's planned properly. I will also show you a little park area where they have a number of activities, including fishing. Had some people swimming in the area. The place we eat at had a pool, and I believe that area was right in this area. They had fishing ponds. You could pay just a little bit to fish, and there was a river that ran out in and out of the sea. I'm not sure. I almost think this was it. I hear the water coming in, the water going back out, and I think that was, yeah, I believe that's what that was. Papa Kit's Marina and Fishing Lagoon. So many of these cities, unless you get off the main road and start exploring areas, you really don't understand the area. And Liloan is basically right on the edge of it, where you pretty much get out into the country. The main highway going through town is wider than it is back towards Mandawi City in many areas, and it seems to be, at this point in time, better kept up. I will show you these models again with the pricing information, and a little, here's larger just in case you couldn't read it. And here's a floor plan of that particular unit, duplex. And then I will show you some video I took on site. About 7 of us went up there. We were invited up to take a look at that, and I was fortunate to be one of those. A lot of construction going on up there. Here's a look at the main entrance with the office area there and the guard shack. Some of the construction going on, a lot of construction going on. Basically for a 2-story unit like this, they ask for 12 to 14 months from the time they get the money to the time they have it finished. The smaller units took substantially less time, and here's a look at where the road ended and the excavation continued on up the mountain as they plan to fill more of that space in and build more. My understanding is the units on the left side on down to the main entrance way down there, that they have been bought already. So the next units to be sold will be on the right side of the road. This particular house is 2 units actually combined, and we'll take a look inside, and actually is quite roomy and a reasonable amount of space, and laid out fairly well as well, it seems, and they've got a little bit of a garden area out front there. We were able to spend a lot of time with this lady showing us around, and one of the main people involved in this project, and she was very knowledgeable, answered some very good questions during that time, and one thing is the commitment to the project. You'll find that some developers come in, pre-sell units, find out that they don't have enough money when it's all said and done, and aren't able to bring in the improvements they said they were going to. Here's a look inside that double unit, and it is being lived in. But anyway, here's a pretty nice look at just what you can do with a double wide with a double unit, put them together. There's a little porch area out that back door there, and I believe this had 3 bedrooms in it. A homeowners association will be set up in the future, and they will vote on what they want the association fees to be for this development. And they do have a number of rules which are pretty nice. One thing is they don't allow karaoke machines. If you use your television with normal volume to do your little karaoke, that's okay. But bringing in big speakers and blasting out the neighborhood is not allowed. I believe they said also that dogs were not going to be allowed in this area. And we were there for well over an hour. It seemed like a pretty quiet area. And here's a look at the porch area of the 2 combined units. Kind of nice space out there. You could utilize very well. And here's a look at a 2-story townhouse unit still under construction, anywhere from 90 square meters to 107 square meters. The inside unit is about 2,905,000 pesos. Outer unit's about 3,900,000 approximately. They told us that they hire all their own contractors instead of subcontracting things out, so they can have better control on quality. They also manufacture their own hollow block on site there again, so that they can control the quality of what they're getting. Here's a look at what would be a balcony area. Of course, some rails would go up there, and the roof venting system as well. There is insulation on the ceiling areas as well. A little bit of a look down the street, and those units on that side, I believe, are sold at this time, although it's possible that one of those people could always back out or decide to resell it as well. And we're here again, we're still on the 2nd floor. And to go back in here, there you have your stairwell going downstairs, and look into your, what would probably be your master bedroom or whatever you want to turn it into, and the next bedroom area. And the area around here is all residential. And it appears this room back here is set up to be a CR and shower. And here's a look at the porch area outside. One of the people along mentioned that he might want to put his own water tank up here to increase his water pressure, although we were told that water pressure was relatively good in this area. And here you can see the insulation at the roof area up there. Septic tanks are used widely in the Philippines and probably much of the world. And these systems are set up to take the water and the sewage and treat it to a certain level. Then it goes down to, I believe, another holding area on site where it's treated additionally, I believe, is what I heard. And then it goes, when it passes certain tests for quality, it goes into the city sewer system and to the city water treatment plant. Here's some payment terms and conditions, and a disclaimer, of course. There's always a disclaimer in case there's any issues or changes. And here are some of the pricing and the payment schemes as of June 2017. And the payment schemes, you get different discounts for different down payments and your payment over time. Here's the contact information. Rosalind would be the person to contact at that familiaproperty.gmail.com. And this is not a paid advertisement. Unfortunately, I make some small paltry amount from these YouTube videos. And anyway, if you are interested and you contact them, it would be nice to let me know that you've had some interest and that you made some contact, or tell them that you learned about it through my video, because I would like to get that feedback, even though I don't get a kickback, as some of you believe I do. There is a foreigner from Sweden who is also involved in this project and has been involved for many, many, many years. Liloan is a growing community, a number of developments up there. I believe these people offer some good product for the money. It is close to the city, and yet you're far enough out of the city where you have the advantage of a much, much less polluted air. There is a hospital, or at least a medical clinic there, Liloan Community Medical Clinic, that can handle certain emergencies and issues. Many times in the provinces, even in some of the bigger cities and towns, you have issues with having the medicines on hand, close, that type of thing. So you still may have to come into Cebu City. You are close at least. Thank you for coming along. Please please share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. These fish like rice, just like all good Filipinos. They like rice.